We are so excited about today's first guest. It is a really big treat for us here on Studio 512. She has just this year, 2025, been named one of the world's most influential people by Time magazine, and it all started back in 1991 with 10 natural lipstick shades that she invented. She's a makeup artist, author, entrepreneur, and the founder of both Bobbi Brown Cosmetics and Jones Road Beauty. It's Bobbi Brown, and she joins us this morning to talk about her career and what's new. Bobbi, I am so honored. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course, you're here for a special reason, and we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, I want to go back to the beginning if we can and ask about when you knew makeup was for you. When was it your passion?
Well, I used to watch my mom put makeup on, and I just always thought she looked so beautiful, and I tried to do it to myself. And it always did make me feel prettier. And it was my mom that said, forget about what you want to do with your career and life. What's your passion? What would you love if you could do anything today if it's your birthday? And I said, I want to play with makeup. She said, why don't you be a makeup artist? And I somehow found a college that let me do that.
Wow. First of all, I'm so glad she supported you in that dream. And then that's what you did. You went and got a degree in doing makeup, right?
Because I didn't want to go to beauty school. I really wanted a college degree. So Emerson College in Boston allowed me to design my own major. So I'm probably the only one in the world that has a major in theatrical makeup.
Wow, that is so cool. And then, of course, you took off from there. So you are no longer in charge of Bobbi Brown, but I do want to ask about you getting it started because it came with those lipstick shades. Yeah. And I read somewhere that the department store, was it Bergdorf? Mm-hmm. Hoped to sell 100, in a week?
The first month.
The first month. And we did 100 a day.
Right, we did. That was big back in the day. But so this was the 80s when makeup was very artificial and overdone and bright, crazy colors. And here comes this makeup artist who said, no, you just need a color lipstick the color of your lips. And if it's going to be a red or a pink, it has to work with your skin tone. So we had 10 lipsticks. I sold them out of my house for a year and a half, and then met a cosmetics buyer from Bergdorf Goodman who took the line.
That is absolutely incredible. Yeah. And then it has just been success to success after that.
Oh, there's a few moments, guys. I was,
thank you for saying
there's
so.
There's always things, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And I also, got married, started having babies. I was a working mom. I mean, it wasn't all this like you think. Everything you do is hard work.
Thank you for saying that, because I think we see you from the outside and it's like, oh, she's done nothing but succeed.
Yeah.
But it is hard to have 3 boys while you're running an empire.
Right. 3 boys, a husband. I'm married 37 years. I actually have friends. Mm-hmm. So it's there's no balance, right? I try to balance, but, I do the best I can.
I think that that's such a different mindset than so many other people go for. I want to make it big, I want to sell out, and then I want to be gone.
And then do what, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I left Bobbi Brown Cosmetics, and I'm like, all right, I was 59.9 years old. I'm like, what am I going to do? And I didn't know. And I didn't know I was going to launch another beauty brand. And when I launched, I was 62 years old. Oh. So, and...
Would you ever put her at 62?
No, I'm 68. I am 68.
You look so fabulous. I just can't get over it. So Jones Road now has been around for about 4 years.
Right.
So that's what you launched. And what was the inspiration behind Jones Road?
Well, when I was between gigs, I realized that I wasn't doing all that makeup and trying to look perfect. I just wanted to look good enough.
Yeah.
Right? So I was wearing makeup differently, looking for makeup differently, and I just started playing around with some formulas. The Miracle Balm was the first thing, and I put it on. I'm like, oh my God, I look so much better. It was during the pandemic. You're on Zoom, and you just need something.
So many reflections of your own face back to you. There were a lot of light bulbs, I think, going off.
Exactly. So, we started with the Miracle Balm. We launched 4 or 5 different products. October of 2020, after my very long non-compete was up, I had a 25-year non-compete when I sold the company.
Which is unreal.
Yeah, and so, it's been off to the races since then.
Off to the races, here we go. Okay, let's talk about what Jones Road offers, because of course the Miracle Balm, anyone on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you've seen it because it's so fun to watch you push into it. But talk about the shades we're looking at here and what Miracle Balm is supposed to do for you.
Well, what Miracle Balm is a skincare and makeup hybrid.
Okay.
So I give it 3 categories. There's colors that are tints to the skin, and that's where you should start. A tint might be this color or this color. So I do tawny that kind of cuts the yellow of my skin.
Oh.
Some people would do like a pinky one, dusty rose.
Okay.
And what this does is, I have a lot of yellow in my skin. It counteracts the yellow, but it also moisturizes and gives me some color. And then I would use one as a blush. So there's a peachy one. This is flushed. It's pink.
Is this what you have on right now?
Yeah,
It's
I
gorgeous.
have it on my cheeks. And then I love a little bit of shine and sparkle. So we have 3 or 4 of them that have some, sparkle in them. And then you just put it up here and it kind of gives you a glow.
Love it.
I use it on my neck. I use it on my legs when I'm, the first time in the season where you just got to do something.
When you got to do a little sundress, that sort of thing. If someone were in a situation where they're thinking, okay, I only have the money to buy one Miracle Balm, but I really want to buy into Jones Road, what would you suggest?
It really depends what you like. Do you want a tint? Do you want a blush color? And, for Memorial Day weekend, we only do it once or twice a year. We sell the minis. So you could either get it online or in the store, but there's a little bag. You get to pick your own minis, and then you could try them all.
You will see me buying it. Okay. All right. Let's talk about some of your, favorite products from the Jones Road line, because the Miracle Balm is what got it all kicked off.
I mean, I have many. I don't have them all here. This is a newer launch. This is called Just Enough. It's a tinted moisturizer. And why I like it is because when you put it on, you look even. Your skin looks hydrated, but you don't look like you've got a foundation on. And that's my kind of look.
And when we're aging,
Well, aging is a good thing.
We're
not aging, we are getting older and smarter and wiser.
That's right.
Yeah.
We should be honored as such. But as that's happening, at least our KXAN makeup artist, Karen, who does not do our makeup but has taught us how to do our makeup, and you are in that kind of same, I want to educate people type way, has actually suggested that people go lighter, more sheer, more in the tint realm, instead of caking on the heavier and heavier.
Right. I mean, there's a big difference between cake and sheer. So, people need a little coverage. You can get it with a face pencil. We offer this amazing face pencil that you could just do the spots that are bothering you. Some of us have sunspots, some people have blemishes, red around the nose. It takes care of all that.
Okay, you've just listed 2 that I have. And then I do want to ask about What the Foundation, because my mother-in-law, good morning Cindy, is watching this morning and she loves it.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite products, because it was before the tinted moisturizer. It's richer, it's dewier, it's amazing for dry skin. I put it on when I just need moisture and coverage, and it doesn't look like coverage.
Yeah, I've seen it on her skin. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, we've kind of been teasing this a little bit, but you've said you can buy in store. That's because there's a brand new store open on South Congress, which is so exciting. And you guys chose Austin as the first place to put a footprint in Texas.
Right. Well, Texas has always been important to me. Being in the beauty industry, Texas women love beauty.
We do.
All right. So I'll never forget the first time I went to Dallas when I was a young makeup artist and learned
it was a lot of look.
Whole different. New York City and Texas back then was very different. We've kind of meet halfway now. But I love Austin because it's so loose and people are so nice, and the store is our biggest store. Of course, it's Texas. It has to be the biggest store.
Go big, go home.
And we have makeup artists there who are trained. They're Jones Road trained artists, and they don't push makeup. They teach you. They give you a list of everything that would work for you. They don't try to sell it to you. They just want you to have it. So, they do makeup for proms, for weddings. They do parties there.
I was going to say bachelorette.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
But what a wonderful thing that you can go in and get color matched, because that, until meeting you today, I've just been shopping online and I'm like, I'm not quite sure what would be the best foundation match for me. So.
But what's amazing about Jones Road Online, because that's most of our business is online, there are these great ways that you could take the test. And if you're still not sure, there's a couple different ways. You can talk to one of the makeup artists online and confirm that this is the right color or not.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so.
The fact that you continue to employ MUAs as like the majority of the people we're going to
Right.
talk with.
Yeah.
That's really huge, and that's not
Right.
what most people do.
Well, we have, people that customer service people that deal with the people that didn't get their orders, but we have makeup artists that help you choose what colors.
I think that's wonderful. Okay, some other things I need to make sure I say before we leave this segment. And I'd love to keep you all day, Bobbi, but I know you're a busy woman. That Times 100 list, y'all check that out. A shout out from Snoop Dogg.
Which
Could
is
you-
so cool. It's somewhere on my Instagram. It was, one of those moments I'll never forget.
He said, what did he call you?
He said there's actors and, all sorts of scientists, and the one Bobby, the least controversial Bobbi Brown ever. That's me.
The least controversial. I love that. And then you've got an I Am Me YouTube series where you
Yes.
interview famous people, and I think that's really cool. You're very open and hip to hip, and I think that's really amazing. The last thing I just want to make sure I ask you about
Yeah.
is September is coming up,
Right.
and it's your 10th book.
Yeah, it's my 10th book. I've written 9 beauty books. And by the way, I don't know how to type. So that's a whole other story. My mother let me drop out of typing. But this is I hate to say memoir because I still don't think I'm old enough, but it's my story. And hopefully people will read about the story and understand that anything's possible, and resilience is the key to everything.
Oh, yeah, and such a good attitude. Just cool as a cucumber. I want to be like you, Bobbi. I appreciate it, and thank you so
Yeah.
much for opening a store here in Austin.
Thank you very much. Yep.
All right.
Austin.
Yeah, that's right. Rock it out. They even have merchandise,
do.
y'all. You can pick it up. Okay, you can browse this store, which is now open on South Congress, or you can shop online, of course. Learn more at jonesroadbeauty.com.